Hello and welcome back to the homestead. Today we're talking about moving animals and learning lessons along the way. Our turkeys in the turkey tractor, we move them every day. The cows get moved at least once a week, but sometimes we have to do bigger moves. You saw in our last video we got the woods prepped to get the pigs out, and moving them from the stall all the way out to the woods is a bigger move than normal. You've seen us in previous episodes that we trained the pigs to electric fence. Teaching them to respect the electric fence is the first step. The next is teaching them that it moves and that they can move. The first few times that you move them, after they've learned that the fence is there, even if you move the fence out of the way, it's like an invisible line that they don't want to cross. Generally, some feed will distract them, but a lot of times once they see that they've crossed the line, they quickly run back. Let's go, pigs. Pig, pig, pig. Pig, pig, pig. I set up this lane with a single strand wire, and it worked in terms of them not getting out and they respected it, but it was too wide and it was a long stretch, and they kept just trying to turn around and run back home when they felt pressure. Oh, pig, pig, pig. It's common to use a pig board to herd the pigs, which we don't have, but these yellow tote lids work pretty well as a pig board. After many times of them turning back and us keep trying again and again, we found it best to put a little bit of pressure but not too much and let them kind of slowly work forward and then try to coax them forward with the feed. Pig, pig, pig. Pig, pig, pig. That eventually worked to get him into the paddock. Generally, when we move pigs from paddock to paddock, I set up the fence close enough, move them across, and give them feed. That distracts them, and then I get the fence tightened up. Well, since they had already eaten for 20 minutes with us trying to get them out here, they weren't as interested in feed anymore, and as soon as we got in this paddock, this one pig turned and beelined for the one little hole that was in the fence. Come on, pig. Come on, pig. Grab that bucket. Pig, pig, pig. Pig, pig, pig. My first lesson was, when you're trying to move pigs like this, make sure you have extra feed on hand. I had what I thought was enough, but I used it all up trying to get him out there. Fortunately, the Cooney's paddock was right next to where we were, and their feed bucket was right there, so I grabbed that and used him to get this last pig in, but I was almost out of feed, and that could have not ended well. Could have been worse, could have been better.
How heavy was that pig?
I couldn't pick him up. I was going to try and pick him up and put him in here, but I couldn't pick him up.
It kind of worked out because he started like running with his front feet.
Yeah, well, that's what they do. You can kind of run them that way.
Like that wheelbarrow race they do at field day.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pig would win. That's
Yeah.
what I learned.
Next, we got to get the chickens combined together. These are our pullets, plus one rooster that we missed, that need to get combined in with our main flock. They've been in this configuration where they have a shared fence and have been exposed to each other for close to a month, which is probably longer than is necessary. We can go ahead and let these guys out. The other thing I did to prepare for this was This is our chicken tractor that I put up on this platform. I've showed this before, that we use for our layers. But with the numbers, we're adding 14 into this flock, so we're gonna have a total of 20. And this is really only set up for about 15. And I was originally gonna build something bigger, but then I realized I can just expand this space. What I did was just add this last roof panel here. Before it was just open, you can see the wire mesh. And then I added another roost bar in the center, right there. So about a month ago, we clipped their wings when we first let them out in this pen, but since they're still growing, those feathers have pretty much already grown back, so we're gonna clip them again before we put them in, so that hopefully they get out less. You're volunteering? You're volunteering. So we clip the left wing. You can see the feathers that have been cut, but we're shooting for right down that line, and it's already grown out a good bit, so go ahead and clip. Those secondary ones too. Okay. To the new friends. Excuse me, sir. This rooster is being protective. He doesn't know yet that these birds are part of his flock, and he's trying to protect the birds that are part of his flock. So the rooster's the only one remaining inside. We'll have to deal with him. And these three decided to escape. Let's just go for that corner. And we'll just do one at a time. Whichever one we grab first. Got one.
Watch your hand again.
Yeah, I guess don't clip my hand. Probably be ideal. That's all of them now. They're all eating because they haven't eaten yet. Rooster's behaving. And the remainder from last year are all down here. Hey, Ranger. You can move yourself, but you probably want breakfast. Gimpo's over here in the stall by himself still. He's been here for about a week, and he's doing a lot better. He's putting pretty much full weight on that. It's his front left from our perspective, his front right. And he's putting full weight on it. The swelling has gone completely down. So we're gonna get him moved outside and back with his friends. I set up this cattle panel in the stall and back the trailer up to it.
That's good.
And then we kind of herded him up on there with the feed pan. I thought that I could just put him on the trailer and that it would be tall enough that he would stay in there, particularly if he had some feed to eat while we're going along. He still got feed, right? Fortunately, he was still respecting that invisible barrier where the fence used to be and stayed within this paddock, and we were able to grab the dog crate, which was close by. Maybe not. Okay. Let's just try it. Let's see what happens. Ready?
Yep.
There we go. Good job. Good job.
Nearly.
You. Slide it.
We gotta
one corner.
Yeah, one. Just this.
Like that.
Here we go. And now we got it.
And now we. One, 2, 3. And the pig was free. Go get him, Gimp. Yeah, you can turn it back on now. Well, he seems to be doing okay, Mr. Gimp. You enjoying the mud? Yeah, you want everything. I'm out here in the other woods scoping out our next project, which we'll start talking about in next week's video. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope to see you back here on our next one.